Well, that start to the season was, well, heavenly, honestly. 6 for 6 in the league, which, let's face it, will probably not happen again in the rest of the save with this team. But nevertheless, we do find ourselves inexplicably in a little cheeky title race. No way we're going to hold on to it, but you never know. Today, though, we sort of still have to balance that with the attentions of the Europa Conference League in the background, and that group is very, very difficult. Today, we find out how well that's going to go. As always, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like on the video. That would be bloody fantastic. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been smashing it lately. Let's keep it up. So, today, well, we've got Viborg first, but we're not going to focus too much on that because we've got a game after the international break against FC Copenhagen, the first big game of the season. Now, I expect that they'll probably win their game today. Who are they even playing? Against Orbi? I expect they'll win that. I think it's going to be a while before they drop any points, and I've annoyingly given myself the hiccups now, which is just fantastic. So even more reason to do this one as off camera. So let's get Viborg out of the way, then let's tuck into FC Copenhagen, and then, well, we've got a massive bunch of Europa Conference League games in there too. Oh yeah, there's a cup. We've got a cup to deal with too, and I still have the hiccups, damn it. Clipping one long. Nordic into the channel here. First we've really seen from Viborg in this match. It's been all us so far. Should be one at the back post. It won't though. Oh my god, Corone with an absolutely shocking... Oh no, no. Life comes at you fast, eh, chaps? Chapesses. Hey, how's it going? How's your morning going? Mine's going like this. Oh, God. Have you ever seen someone actually slip on a banana skin in real life and then casually have a sort of Rube Goldberg machine of misfortune? That's basically our goalkeeper here. Because the ball's come in here, it's a header from the edge of the box. The keeper's tried to pick it up, screwed it up, then instead of picking the ball up, has kicked it away to Nuriger, who's then volleyed it into his... Oh, God. What is life? Willems claps it long. Flicked away. Flicked down. Jalonen. We've got a lot of making up to do for this one. Jalonen slips it through. Carlson's in there. The goalkeeper has... Oh, I see how it is. He's just showing off now, the prick. I'm a slight tackle this for no reason. You gonna score? Nah. Whipping a good cross in there. And oh, Conga's there. Of course he... Wait till you see the stats at the end of this game. It's Viborg 2, SecondYellowCard 0. Larson Conga with the second one for the bottom half side. Oh dear. Well, our first defeat of the season. Now, admittedly, when they scored the second goal, not a lot had really happened. They were rocking a casual 0.15 XG, but they did actually have some chances towards the end of this match. Mostly long range, easily saved by Corone. He said, assuming that they are easily saved. Man's had a good season so far. I can't blame him too much, but I absolutely can blame him for that. That was just an absolute, as I said, a Rube Goldberg machine of misfortune. It's Viborg 2, SecondYellowCard 0. Oh. Great, good stuff. And of course, with that, we do now no longer sit top on any kind of metric, i.e. points. That's really not the case, as FC Copenhagen with a 5-0 trashing of Orbi, yeah, leaves us in the mud a little bit. But like I said, it's been coming. We definitely hadn't deserved to win the 6 matches in a row that we had. So, you know what? A misfortunate defeat was bound to happen eventually. Did happen to happen in somewhat slapstick style. And in a way, I'm kind of glad with that. At least we can all laugh together, right? Right? Okay, we move. FC Copenhagen in a minute. So that didn't exactly go to plan, honestly. Now we find ourselves in a position to host FC Copenhagen. Now, it could all be made okay today were we to win. We still wouldn't go top, but really that isn't our aim. Sad news. Both of our lovely new African friends have just got international caps, both for Ghana and Cameroon, which means they've seen quite large wage rises, but that's something that's a risk we had to take. So the wage budget is certainly not in a brilliant state right now. So the more money we can try to get in the door, soon the better, because I've got worries that the board might do something silly or honestly, slightly sensible in January if we're not careful. So as much money from the Europa Conference League as possible, please. Now, as much as we have had 2 weeks off here, unfortunately, a couple of players have been on international duty, Jalonen being one of them, and it appears that he's not going to be fresh today. Abule should be okay, so let's rotate this. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, really. We can just bring in Matos, and we can bring in Rene Ilsa at right back. So it's not the end of the world. Still the best lineup that we could pretty much field. I think Terry Rothwell settled in quite nicely, actually. Good performances the last couple of games. And since I know you guys like to sort of keep an eye on the way that players are developing now, I thought we'd just take a little look at Terry Clote. The Ghanaian. He's now got 2 caps for Ghana during that international period. I think he's a fantastic player, and I think he's only going to get better, honestly. So I don't think it's a huge surprise he got that call up, and it's nice to see those green arrows heading in the right direction. I think he's an excellent player, and I think by the end of this season, I think he's just going to be a really key player for us this year. He's already got, what, 5 assists so far this year? 2 in the league, 3 in the Conference League as well. That's a big record, and I think if he can get us maybe 15 assists this year from left wing back, that'd be stunningly good. Stonkingly good. That all said, I do suspect that we're probably going to get our asses handed to us here by FC Copenhagen, and it really is going to be that's the mountain we have to climb. I think getting into second place in this league, honestly, could be something we could do within a couple of seasons. Overthrowing these mugs is going to be very difficult. That's going to be like overthrowing a monarchy. That's a bit timing, isn't it? Yeah, we move. I think the highest XG they've conceded in a game so far this season is 0.5, which is kind of mad, honestly. And if we could get anywhere close to that today, and we're going to have to in order to score, really, unless we get very, very fortunate, they're just an extremely good side. But I'm going to stop, like, drooling over FC Copenhagen here and try to get something going ourselves. That's a lovely little pass there. Svensson's through and it's off the post. You know what? We've shown a little bit in this game so far that makes me think we could actually maybe score a goal today. Matos to Carlson to Rothwell. Oh, he's got to find the right run. He doesn't, but now Pritchard's through. Joe Pritchard, great save from Zalakis. Scooping one through and Svensson's in again. Wow, the patience. And wow, what a finish. Linus Svensson, it's a great finish from him. Second goal of the season for him. We trail after a good 20 minutes for us. We just didn't have anything for that. The defence just fell asleep. Ilsa to Matos again. Back for Ilsa. Oh, some nice, lovely little triangles there. We've just got an extra man. Jukanovic's shot is well saved. Go on, force them long again. There we go. Now we need a big header, but Eriksson is a very large man. And, oh God, Svensson's through again for FC Copenhagen, and he drills it wide. Honestly, I don't really have too many complaints about our performances in that first half. I actually think we've matched them kind of thing. The one thing they did was they just took their chance when it was there. And I've noticed a bit of that from us. It just doesn't feel like we quite have that clinical edge that we've had at other clubs with our strike force at the moment. Starting to underperform a little bit going forward. And I think that's just something that's going to take time for us to find the right players to rectify that issue currently. Driving into that channel again. Should be relatively well marked up. He's not very close to him, though, is the bloody a great header from Eriksson. Good save from Caron. They're showing an annoying amount of patience at the moment. Now they've been forced long, but we're still struggling to find them in the air at the moment as they've got some very, very tall forward line players and learning. He must have been offside there, but Svensson might not be. It's a big chance for Caron. Oh, great work. Oh. What was that? The tackle was there and it comes straight back to Svensson anyway. What the hell happened? It's 2-0 to FC Copenhagen now. This is just bizarre. Like with this touch, Turnerson gets across him and then just taps the ball back into his path again. Oh, dearie me. It's not been our day, has it? We're just not on their level at the moment, but we'll get there. I think we're showing a lot of quality that makes me think we can get there, just not quite at the moment. We're still lacking a little bit of depth, particularly in the central midfield still. One of the areas that we wanted to strengthen coming into this season, just unable to find personnel there, unfortunately. But now a chance for Oskar Lindstrom. Can he score another important goal? No. Big save again. Well, it does appear that we're going to have a second game in a row, actually, without managing to find the back of the net somehow. And I think Caron's had a couple of absolute mares back-to-back, sadly, but there's not really a lot you can do about that. That's just going to happen sometime. He's a young goalkeeper. I mean, he's not made so many mistakes today, but he's also not really been able to offer a great deal of goalkeeping in that same breath. And so it is going to be Sunioska 0, FC Copenhagen 2. And I feel like look at that. It was a pretty much dead even game in many ways. They maybe narrowly edged it, but to not score in back-to-back matches like that is kind of annoying. But that sort of goes to show what I was talking about, in that we seem to have that in us, much like we did at the early days of Tromsø, where I think a lot of the tactical stuff is there. It's just trying to get players to take their opportunities when they're there. Now, obviously, off the back of 6 straight victories, clearly we were taking some of them, but we weren't looking emphatic. But needless to say, yeah, that's not great. As that, of course, does now push us down to 3rd place in the league. I think, top half and getting to that next thing is looking pretty much in the bag still, even at this point with a 10-point gap. And not every games are going to go the way these two have. And I think we just have to get our mojo back. But the problem is, with the Conference League in there too, we've got tough matches to come. There's going to be a lot of rotation required. And it is just going to be a case of getting through this season and trying to get into Europe next year in some manner to keep the money going. Because I think the money situation could be absolutely crucial for this club. We've taken a risk this season with some of the signings we've made. There's some money being floated around, but at least they're on players we wanted. Clouty's ball in. We haven't really done a lot so far, but we do take the lead through Christopher Carlson. Sunioska 1, Leicester City 0. They've been all over us for 25 minutes, and we've got a goal against the run of play. Our first goal of the episode. Come on. Back inside for Prescott. Don't foul him. There we go. Sensible. Round the side for Prescott. Ball back across. Oh, it's a brilliant effort from Bobby Clark. Leicester equalised within a minute of us finding that lead, and I think it's going to be all downhill from here, unfortunately. They're very good. They were great in the first half, thoroughly deserved the goal that they got, but since half-time, we've been all over them, and I'm not entirely sure why, but we could definitely take advantage of this to try and find a winner here, which could be crucial for our chances in this group. Ilsa fires it through for Nuruddin Abid of all people, and he's scored! Sunioska 2, Leicester 1, Nordin Abid, not who I would have expected to get on the end of that, but he's found his way through, and that's a deserved goal. We've been brilliant in this second half. Maybe a block? That's good play, actually. Really nice work. Don't foul him. Don't foul it. Oh, for crying out, Terry! Oh, we were doing so well in this second half, and Terry's gone and ruined it. Unless Caron pulls off a miracle here, which he doesn't. Leicester City get a very undeserved equaliser, but Terry Clotte's given it to them. That's such a shame. We were battering them. That is so bloody disappointing. Sunioska 2, Leicester City 2. You can see what I mean, in that we took the lead massively against the run of play. Then Leicester kind of dominated for the rest of the first half, but the second half was just all us. And then, really, other than the penalty, they offered nothing in that second period, and we should have won this match. basically what happened was they just stopped pressing our fullbacks. They were just allowing them to waltz all the way up to the halfway line and get loads of great cutting balls in behind, which we couldn't take our chances on. What we sort of did, but then just to give away a penalty so stupidly like that from Terry Clouty, that's cost us the win here, and that could have been absolutely massive for us in terms of money and in terms of getting out of this group potentially. Shows a bit of quality, but these wins matter so much. That's such a shame. Rothwell again. Can he find someone? He's found Jokanovic on the end of it. AGF 0, Sunioska 1. That is such an important goal, honestly, because we need a win. We just need to find a win at some point today. That'd be lovely. 1-0 to us and not be looking great in front of goal. We just need that bit of confidence that we could get from a victory in a match like this against, a relatively average mid-table side as Graverson's throw. And of course, it's gone the other way. AGF 1, Sunioska 1. And we've bottled it here when they've done sod all today. But then so have we. I mean, in the end, absolutely no complaints about that. You can see what I mean about how they flew back into it in the second half, right up when they scored the goal. We had a couple of chances after that. Pritchard went through on goal twice and missed them both. Yeah, we just can't seem to take our chances at the moment, and had that weird spell where it just sort of went against us in the second half. But the draw is completely fair. But it is still kind of mad how you can go from literally winning every match to being unable to buy a win now. That's no win in 4 for us in all competitions, particularly as we were winning in the last 2 matches as well and saw the results not go our way. So Nordic Abid was out with a broken, was it a leg or an ankle last year? And now he's broken his back. He's broken his spine, friends. Not what we needed at all. Another player injured. One of the few players that can play centre mid for us. Not ideal. One thing I've done, aside from this, we're sending you to the specialist, Nordine. Have a nice time. Is I was coming to the conclusion that actually... Oh, wait, that's not right at all. I'm glad I looked at this, actually. Is... We were prioritising the DLF on the right-hand side because he had no left foot whatsoever, whereas most of the other strikers we had at least a reasonable left foot. But it occurs to me that most of our striker chances are going to be falling to the advanced forward and not the DLF. So it actually makes more sense that even though he's on his wrong foot, maybe he can curl some balls in behind, it makes more sense to prioritise our advanced forward on their correct foot. And I wonder if that alone could allow us to get some more chances actually being scored, because you can really see how strikers have just dropped off and stopped scoring lately. It's weird that they were able to do it originally, but now they've stopped. But anything I can do to help them, I think this might be the play. To be on his more favoured foot more, or to be able to go across the goalkeeper rather than having to sort his feet out. Right, let's see an example of it. Joe Pritchard, through he comes. He's tried to dink the keeper there, which is a bit stupid, but nevertheless... Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? Still 0-0. 64 minutes played. It would really be nice not to go 5 games without a victory. Matos, that's nice football. Just need to find an opening here. He's found Pritchard. Joe Pritchard through on his right foot. Drills it home. 1-0 Sunioska. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Precisely that. Sunioska 1, Brunda 0. And that is a massive goal for us. We need the confidence. Incredibly doing a really good job as an auxiliary right wing back here. Ball in and Carlson's there and it's in off the crossbar. What a cross from Seb Nielsen. 2-0 to Sunioska. Carlson making light work of it at the back post. That is more like it, friends. We might well have fixed it. Ibule round the suffer. Berg Johansson, he's through on goal. Could he finish? Oh, it's a brilliant tackle and it's scored. Incredibly, Steinberg Johansson 3-0 to Sunioska. This is more like it. Just took a tiny little switcheroo there. Nice to see Bergie coming on and scoring too. That right there is much more like it from us. That is exactly what I've been trying to get at. Pritchard, Carlson and Johansson. 3 strikers, 3 goals. Perfect from everybody else. Carone was excellent in goal again. Something just changed about the balance, and I think it was switching the striker roles over again. Pritchard, when he was getting the ball, was on his correct foot, so we didn't have to think about it, didn't have to shuffle, wasn't awkward, got his goal right then and there, and I think that's going to be a massive moment for us. That could be a pivotal point for us this season, to end that losing or like winless run, and to get a nice comfortable 3-0 victory there. Really, really important, particularly with TSV Hartberg midweek. That's a massive win. Doesn't do a lot for us in the grand scheme of things. We still stay 3rd in the league with a 5-point gap to Esbjerg, who dropped some lovely points against Ronners. Luckily for us as well, Midtjylland become the first team this season to take any points off of FC Copenhagen. We're still 6 points off the top. You never know. But the gap actually is only 8 points now, back to 7th place or B. So that's not completely done yet. Horsens, though, still in the mud. They are very much the Viola of this season. Matos now. Bit of space emerging now with Ibule. Nice work. Here we go. Need that return pass. There it is. It's a great goal. Jose Matos firing it through. TSV Hartberg in this kind of cool looking stadium 0. Sunioska 1. This time we got to see this match out with a win, though. Leicester winning in the other game as well. So this group gets more and more weird now by the second. Ilsa. Jalonen will win this. Pritchard can knock this down and maybe find a little shot. Oh, that's a brilliant goal. Joe Pritchard has a new lease of life on the right-hand side. Hartberg 0. Sunioska 2. But that is something else. The way he turns and fires that home. Great work. Back for Ibule. Pops it through for Matos. Another one for him potentially. And he slots it home. It's 3-0. Jose Matos has been phenomenal today with those runs. Great work from him. 3-0 should be game over. But more goals the better, right? There's a lot of players forward for Hartberg here. They've gone for goal instead. And wait, hang on a minute. How is this ricocheted that far away? We might be able to score on the break here. Carlson pops it through. Steinberg Johansson to finish the match off. It's so bizarre. It's Hartberg 0, Sunioska 4, but what on earth was this? Well, an absolute demolition job for us there in the end. 2 for Matos, 1 for Pritchard, 1 for Steinberg Hansen. Domination. And Leicester won 5-1 against Villarreal in the other game, which makes you wonder if Villarreal actually are the sort of side that we could potentially beat and grab second in this group. But I still think we could take Leicester on, honestly. That was a weird-ass performance, but we got the win. Picked up by Storley. Pinks one up for Pritchard. He could have a go here, maybe. Oh, a big tackle on him, though. Carlson, can he get it through to win? Pritchard's in. Joe Pritchard on the end of it again, and it is 1-0 to Sunioska. We've been kind of bad, honestly, for the first half an hour here against the bottom club with 1 point to their name. But we do take the lead, and it's Joe Pritchard again. And no, he goes back for Carlson, actually, interestingly. Ilsa, everybody else in the box, though. Rothwell off the crossbar. And it comes down to Storley and Pritchard. What a weird goal. It's 2-0 to Sunioska. Joe Pritchard that's his 100th league goal of his career, but what a weird goal. Well, fairly straightforward. Not a fantastic performance from us, honestly. They sort of had to play a bit within themselves, maybe a bit tired from Hartberg, but, you know, I felt that we could probably get through it, and we did. 2 goals for Joe Pritchard. We seem to have unlocked him now really, really nicely, and also the defence has really shored up over the last few matches. But this was a must-win game, and we've done the job. And in better news, we actually do now move back into second spot in the league. FC Copenhagen now win, of course, again. They've managed to win. Well, they've dropped only 2 points so far this season, but we've got 25 points from 11 games, which is very, very solid. 9 wins and 2, not 9 wins, sorry. Still a good result. Excuse me, what? I didn't know this was a thing. We just got given 1.7 million for our current position. Hello? Am I to understand that you actually get prize money every single completed round of fixtures? That, like, they do that similar sort of thing in South Africa. That's kind of cool. I never knew that was a thing. Either that's a glitch. But we've just been given £1.7 million for being second. Nice. Fairly straightforward result in the cup, as you'd expect. Carlson, 2 for Matos, 1 for De Belder, 2 for Lindstrom, 1 for Johansson. We also missed 2 penalties in this game as well, so it could have been even more, honestly. But just comfortable stuff. We're now on an international break. We did this with other players out missing as well, which made sense for us to get this game done, so other teams can concentrate on having postponed fixtures later in the season. This was just good for us to get this through, and away we go. Ball in again, and apparently that's a foul and a penalty. Really? Now we need a big save from Carone. I don't know if he can do it, though. No, he can't. It's a great penalty from Berglund, and it's 1-0 to Esbjerg in the derby. But it's just so congested. Here we go. Rothwell, finally a little bit of opening. Matos, Ilsa, this is better. First opening for us, perhaps. Ilsa, ball in. Lindstrom on the end of it. Oscar Lindstrom, great equaliser. He's filling in for Pritchard today, still tired from international duty. Lindstrom bails us out in the derby. Great work. This could be huge. Lovely pass for Storley. What a pass! And it's on the... Oh, I think that's surely offside against Lindstrom. I mean, they've already put the flag up before he even got the ball, but lovely piece of football. It's given. It's actually given. They just put the flag up so early. Look at this pass from Jokanovic. Drills it into the channel. Storley, first time across. Lindstrom there, second goal for him, and the derby could be going our way. To Nielsen, a little bit of space. And Matos slots it home. It's 3-1. Matos has been really good lately. 3-1 in the derby. We have definitely figured something out lately, and it has enabled us to become a very different prospect entirely. Massive, massive win. After conceding an annoying penalty early on, 2 goals from Lindstrom, 1 from Matos. Turns the game around that we were not really involved in, but then just really started to get going after that penalty. Forced our way back in, and a huge away win. Corona again was pretty solid there. The Clotty injury, though, worries me. But it does mean good things for us. Midtjylland turned around a deficit, unfortunately, in the latter stages of that game to stay fairly close. But beating Esbjerg is key, because it now keeps us 8 points clear of 4th spot. I feel like at the moment, Europa League is a really strong chance for us for next season. Clotty's injury, that's really not good. That's really, really not good. Maybe. And then hoping that maybe there's something we could take from Leicester. I feel like we'll beat Hartberg, but it's going to be very, very tough if we lose too heavily here, potentially. Larubia, what a goal. David Larubia, 1-0 to Villarreal. I mean, they've deserved it. They've been all over us in this game, and I don't think we've got much for them, to be fair. Inside for Santa Maria, he could go for this again here. Someone fancies it. There's a lot of space available. Santa Maria, oh. Okay, it's gone under Carone. I mean, that's surely going to count, but that is frustrating goalkeeping there from Carone. He should have saved that. That's an easy save. Is there one last chance for something, though? Johansson, Berg Johansson, Ibule, one last little ball around the side for Lindstrom. It's a great goal and a great finish. I don't know if he's onside or not, but if he is, that is a wonderful piece of football from us. And it's awarded. It's 2-1. Oh, it could have been there, but no, Pasquale. Ball back. De Belder clears it. Oh, right. Ibule. Breakaway chance for us now, potentially. Can he find Lindstrom with this pass? He does. Lindstrom's into space. It's a long way out. He's going to have to dink the keeper here. He doesn't need to because it's 2-2. Oscar Lindstrom off the bench. Villarreal 2. Sunioska 2. I made a slight tactical tweak about 65 minutes, and boy, has it worked. Come on. That is an enormous point. 2 goals off the bench for Oscar Lindstrom. Look at... Right. Can anyone figure out where it was I changed the tactical thing? So basically... I was noticing that their two midfielders were pushing up a little bit too high, and it was allowing us, when we were just trying to get the ball in behind them, to actually create some chances through the centre. And so we just literally just did focus play through the middle. That's all it was. One instruction. And it completely tore Villarreal apart for the rest of that match, and Lindstrom gets the reward for it. 2-2, come on. Pinging one through again. Surely we won't get away with it again. Gross dinks it in, and it is. It's Jerome Gross, 1-0 to Nordsjælland. It's been coming. Every time Corona's got the ball, he's just dinked it, like smashed it up the pitch to nobody, and it's cost us. Kadikuma, come on, win it there. Come on, you're right on him. Somebody win the ball off them here. Gross. And it's in. And it's going to be 2-0 to Nordsjælland in the space of a couple of seconds. Zanella from the edge of the box. 3. I mean, very, very comfortably deserved as well by Nordsjælland. They've been much, much better than us today. Comfortably the worst performance since we took over, honestly. Just had nothing for them today. Nothing going forward. The problem was, honestly, every time we got the ball defensively, Caron, instead of just passing it to one of our centre-backs or the wide players who were in space, would just lump it long. And I don't know why, when that's not in the tactic. And it's really weird to just randomly do that for a game, but that's the reason. We just kept giving the ball away, because every single time he'd just kick it long. Odd, because they don't normally do that. But there you go. It just cost us over and over again. But I ended up putting it on play out of defence in the end to try to stymie it, and it still didn't stop it. Really, really odd when you see that. But there you go. It's 3-0. Trash. I mean, almost every player on the pitch had a woeful game there. We still remain second in the league. FC Copenhagen do drop points for only the second time this season. Still have only conceded 1 goal this season, but they have. It was a chance for us to actually close the gap potentially there. We could have gone to within 4 points of them all the way through. Storley now. Oh, if you could just find the one good pass in. Ilsan, it's at the near post. Wow, okay, that's a brilliant goal. Sunioska 1, Obe 0. Ilsa with the goal. Big bin. That's huge. If we got any hope of staying in the title battle, we need to win this one as well. I think we're really just in a battle for second place at this point. Pritchard's in this time, though. Keeps it in play, though, brilliantly. And it's a lovely finish from Terry Rothwell. First goal for the club. 2-0 to us. That's more like it, friends. Took us a while to get going, but now we're here. We're off. Boulay to drop one in. Carlson's on the end of it. It's 3-0. Chrissy Carlson. 3 in the first half. That's more like it, friends. Lindstrom on the ball. Berger Hansen going through. Can he make it 4? He dinks it over the keeper. Berger Hansen off the bench. 4-0 to Sudioska. Really nice off the bench from the 5 substitutes we just made. 4-0. Well, a 4-0 victory in the end. I think they were unfortunate not to have a goal in this one, and Caron actually did do a solid job from time to time in this match. 4-0 victory, though, is very much what we needed at that point, just to bounce back after the 3-0 defeat. So much more like it. And that actually keeps us in second spot. Midtjylland win their game as well. Nordsjælland win as well. Esbjerg, though, also pick up a victory too. Wow, it really is just 5 teams breaking away, really. And let's be honest, it's one team breaking away, and that team is FC Copenhagen. 4-0 victory for them. Still just 1 goal conceded in 14 matches is absolutely astonishing. I've never seen anything like it. But we sit 7 points off the top. We're still in second place, but only 5 clear of 4th now. Nordsjælland are coming for us, and Esbjerg are not far behind either. That championship group could get spicy. Right, now we have a little point of the old Villarreal game, probably the biggest game so far this season. So, Europa League. That's our task. We host Villarreal today. If we win, we go to 8 points. They'd be on 4. That would mean that if we just beat TSV Harzburg in our final home match, then we would be qualified ahead of Villarreal, no matter what they do. And they still have to play against Leicester City again, remember. So that's kind of quite important on that front too. So Leicester could do us a massive favour there. I think there's no way we win this group unless we pull off a miracle against Leicester. But we need to win today. Or just not lose, but it's still kind of a tough one, honestly. We did very well against them. No, this is our problem, because Rothwell and Story couldn't be registered. I don't know. It's going to be Gorder again, isn't it? So far from ideal for us. Clotty's nearly back fit, but not fresh enough to start today, unfortunately. It's not an ideal lineup for us, to be fair. I might just switch. No, we'll leave those two as they are. I realise there might have been an awful lot of games in today's video. More than usual, in fact. The reason for that is because on Wednesday's video, there might be slightly less. One, because it's coming up to the end of the middle week break, but also, Em and I have a house viewing on Wednesday afternoon, and it's an annoying time, which means I know that I'm not going to be able to get as much as I would normally get in a video. So apologies in advance for that. But I suppose, you know, we get more here, then it kind of balances itself out. I like to make sure that we don't get shortchanged in videos. And today, I think this is match number 13 of the day. Even 14 if you count that random cup game. And a very important one it is indeed. If we can turn up like we did in the second half against Villarreal and come up with some miracle here and win this game, it could be enormous for our season. I think we've been good enough in this group to deserve to qualify based on our performances in the 3 matches so far. I think we should have beaten Leicester. We comfortably dispatched Hartberg, and I think we were good value for the point in the end in Spain. But what happens here could be really, really key. I want to keep an eye on their system and hope that, well, honestly, I hope they do switch to the other system. Oh, what on earth? I've just seen the system they're playing. We've been lied to. They're going with the old, well, that. We're doing well so far. Without creating any amazing clear-cut openings so far in this match. We're definitely on top, though, possession-wise and in terms of chance creation, which is good. Carlson, here we go. Jalonen. Pritchard's through. He's on his left foot, though. Good block again. Just blocks for days from both sides. Hartberg have equalised. Insanely, TSV Hartberg are level at the King Power Stadium. against all the odds. Matos is through, and against all the odds again, it's 1-0 to Sonny. It's offside. I don't know about that. He looked onside to me. It's 1-0, I think. I think we're going to get this given. We're keeping it nice and cagey in the right areas, but this is a problem. It's a simple ball across, and it should be an easy finish, but it's a great save from Carone. That is great defending and great goalkeeping on the end of it. And another brilliant save from Carone. Back-to-back worldies. Great work there. That keeps us in front. Maybe he's going to have one of those games where he just steps up and sees us win this match, but that was the first real opening from Villarreal. Another chance. Carone punches it clear, but it should be won by Matos. It's not going to be won by Matos. Pascual again. Oh, it's a brilliant effort. Salvador Pascual. That's unfortunate. I do wonder if Carone could have caught that instead of punching it. Matos maybe could have done better with it as well, but you can't do much about a strike like that. 1-1. It's kind of fair as well. They hadn't really offered a lot until right before half-time, and Carone was keeping us in it, but that's just an excellent effort. Oh, good ball through. Carlson! Good save from Mayoral. Round the side for Emmanuel. We need a big save from Carone here, and we do get it. Brilliant stop. He couldn't even see. Patience. Nice. Maybe win a pen. All the way through for Ilsa. Brings it out the air. It's blocked away for a corner. So much on the line in this game. Well defended. Well won again. Carlson. Can he fire the right ball through? No. Pritchard didn't make the run. But not to worry. Gorda out on the left. He's done brilliantly filling in at wing back today. I've got to be honest with him. He's been fantastic. Yalonen pops it through, and Ilsa might get another go at this here. And he scored! Rene Ilsa, well, that's been coming, because we've been fantastic at the start of the second half, but also that one move has been on several times, and this time Ilsa makes it pay 2-1, as we all know. Good ball into the channel for Francis. Ball through, and it's a good save from Carone again. Maybe in like a couple of minutes. We'll see what happens here, and then we'll have to make a decision as to whether we try to shut this game down. Because it's difficult, though, because you don't want to allow too much pressure, particularly when we've been massively on top in the second half. Matos, Carlson. Oh, he's got to go for it, and he does, and it's saved again by Majoral. Maybe another chance for us. Ibule's ball in, and Carlson's there! Saved by Majoral again! Ilsa, space again. They're pouring bodies forward for us as well. So are we still. I decided to just keep our foot on the gas, see what happens. Ilsa, finding space once more. This time they've allowed him to put the ball in, and Carlson's header is well saved again. And that will just take the pressure off for a minute or so, perhaps. Ball in, Carlson in space, saved again by the keeper. Back for Gorda. Incredible game. This game just won't stop. Ibule's ball in now. Jakanovic's header. And Carlson can't put it over the line. He's passed it back to him. Oh my goodness me. What is going on here? And it's Ibule into the box this time, goes for goal and tipped over by the keeper. What a match. Ibule's ball in. Carlson's header, and it's saved by Mayoral again. 15 seconds until a huge victory. A thoroughly deserved one as well, I would say. I think we've been the better side on the night, but bloody hell have we been made to work for it. And their goalkeeper has been absolutely on fire, in spite of conceding 2 goals. He's been the best player on the pitch, honestly. Soyuska 2, Villarreal 1. Carone gets the 7 point. Carone deserves it too. He made some great stops in this game too. But holy goodness me, Mayoral with the 12 saves he made in this game. How we didn't score more, I don't know, but we've won, and that is a massive, massive victory for us, and pretty much guarantees with a victory against Hartberg that we can get through. That's a tough ask, but we've done well. Yeah, in the end, Hartberg lose 7-2 to Leicester City, so a very they were at 3-2 and at 1-1 at one point, so fair play to them on that one. Also, Monaco with the 8-4 victory against Zorya. Breidablik with a 6-0 twatting of Hoffenheim with 2 players getting hat-tricks. What is going on in Europe? Also, New Saints beating Ferencvaros. So all in all, I'd say it's been a pretty successful day. We may well have started with 4 straight games without a win, but then we did win 5 on the bounce in all competitions, albeit a cup game in there too. Had a little wobble, but brilliant comeback against Villarreal. Terrible performance against Nordsjælland, but 2 back-to-back amazing performances have really pulled us back in. So obviously next episode when we finish off the remainder of the group, we'll also be doing some like transfer window stuff as we go through the winter break, possibly, depending on how much time I have in there as well. Also, we have 4 consecutive away games in there as well. Those European matches though mean the world to us. We've got to make sure we get the money in the bank. This season is far from over, and there's a lot of stuff on the line. So, if you have enjoyed this, and I really hope you have, drop a like. That would be bloody fantastic. If we could get 300 again, that would be bloody enormous as well. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tomorrow's episode of Nordic Nomads, that's this, Matt, of Treaty is going to be mental. Like, tune in to see why, but there's something I need to talk to you guys about. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.